ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुन् श्रीयुतापतकमलम् श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातम् सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं स्वावधूतं परिजनासाहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shashwin, for the wonderful Mangalasharan. We are reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, and then today's verse is number 12. Shashwin, are you in a position to read it?
हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
किं प्रमत्तस्य बहुभिः परोक्षैर्ह्यानैः वरं मुहूर्तमिद्धिं गातते श्रेयसः यथा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shashwin. So we will go word to word. Kim, what is? Pramattasya, of the bewildered. Bahubi, by many. Parokshai, inexperienced. Hayanai, ears. Iha, in this world. Varam, better. Muhurtam, a moment. Viditam, conscious. Ghatate, one can try for. Shreyase, in the matter of the supreme interest. Yata, by that. Translation and purport. Hare Krishna. Prasanatma Prabhu. Oh, it's just still connecting. Hare Krishna, would anyone like to read the translation and purport? Okay, I'll start with the translation. What is the value of a prolonged life which is wasted, inexperienced by years in this world? Better a moment of full consciousness, because that gives one a start in searching after his supreme interest. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Sukadeva Goswami instructed Maharaja Parikshit about the importance of chanting of the holy name of the Lord by every progressive gentleman. In order to encourage the king, who had only 7 remaining days of life, Srila Sukadeva Goswami asserted that there is no use in living hundreds of years without any knowledge of the problems of life. Better to live for a moment with full consciousness of the supreme interest to be fulfilled. The supreme interest of life is eternal, with full knowledge and bliss. Those who are bewildered by external features of the material world are engaged in the animal propensities of eat, drink, and be merry type of life, are simply wasting their life by the unseen passing away of valuable years. We should know perfect consciousness that human life is bestowed upon the conditioned soul to achieve spiritual success. And the easiest possible procedure to attain this end is to chant the holy name of the Lord. In the previous verse, we have discussed this point to a certain extent, and we may further be enlightened on the different types of offenses committed unto the feet of the holy name. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu has quoted many passages from authentic scriptures and has ably supported the statements in the matter of the offenses at the feet of the holy name. From Vishnu Yamala Tantra, Srila Jiva Goswami has proven that one can be liberated from the effects of all sins simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Quoting from the Markandeya Purana, Srila Jiva Goswami says that one should neither blaspheme the devotee of the Lord nor indulge in hearing others who are engaged in belittling a devotee of the Lord. A devotee should try to restrict the vilifier by cutting out his tongue, and being unable to do so, one should commit suicide rather than hearing the blasphemy of the devotee of the Lord. The conclusion is that one should neither hear nor allow vilification of a devotee of the Lord. As far as distinguishing the Lord's holy name from the names of the demigods, the revealed scriptures disclose Bhagavad Gita 10.41 that all extraordinary powerful beings are but parts and parcels of the supreme energetic Lord Krishna. Except for the Lord himself, everyone is subordinate. No one is independent of the Lord, since no one is more powerful than or equal to the energy of the Supreme Lord. No one's name can be as powerful as that of the Lord. By chanting the Lord's holy name, one can derive all the stipulated energy synchronized from all sources. Therefore, one should not equalize the supreme holy name of the Lord with any other name. Brahma, Shiva, or any other powerful God can never be equal or supreme to the Supreme Lord Vishnu. The powerful holy name of the Lord can certainly deliver one from sinful effects, but one desires to utilize this transcendental potency of the holy name of the Lord in one's sinister activities is the most degraded person in the world. Such persons are never excused by the Lord or by any agent of the Lord. One should therefore utilize one's life in glorifying the Lord by all means without any offense. Such activity of life, even for a moment, is never to be compared to a prolonged life of ignorance. Like the lives of a tree and other living entities who may live for thousands of years without prosecuting spiritual advancement. ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityanand Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sadhu Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki Hare Krishna. Thanks once again, all the devotees, to give me this opportunity to speak a few words on this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are continuing from on the second canto, first chapter, the 12th verse, where Shukadeva Goswami is explaining some important points to be considered in one's life uh, uh, as to what to do, what not to do, like the do's and don'ts. So carrying on, like previous verse, it was the glorification of the holy name, and also Prabhu explained very nicely about the 10 offenses. So in this purport, Prabhupada has mentioned some points which I would like to mention here in this class. One is the chanting of the holy name. Of course, chanting of the holy name is the highest perfection of life is chanting of the holy name. But there's a twist to it here. There are many offenses against the holy name. So these offenses are like the mad elephant. See, when mad elephant enters into a garden, what happens? Mad elephant destroys, irrespective of the crop, irrespective of the hard work what is done. It destroys all the creepers, all the vegetables, all the crop of so many years of growth, or so many months of growth. So similarly, if an offense is created, offense is done to the holy name, holy name will not forgive you. In the sense that we have to be, if at all, if we want to taste the holy name, the nectar of the holy name, so we should be chanting offenselessly. Otherwise, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj has said that if you are chanting just ritualistically, and by carrying, I mean, with having offenses, it is like you are licking the bottle of the honey, not the tasting the honey inside. So if you keep on licking the bottle of the honey, you may never taste what honey tastes like. So we should all endeavor, because we are all conditioned souls, and then we are conditioned to do offenses towards others, offenses towards seniors, senior devotees, offenses towards the scriptures, offenses towards so many things. We are full of offenses. Like Prabhu was mentioning yesterday, this is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is full of faults. Kale dosher nider rajan asti ekod mahatpuna. Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha parambraje. That means this age of Kali is nothing but faults. So it's full of faults, but asti eko mahatpuna. That means there is one very beautiful character of this Kali Yuga is Kirtana Deva Krishnasya. That means if you just chant the holy name of the Lord offenselessly, there's nothing, like in previous yugas, you have to do a lot of effort to attain the Supreme. You have to meditate, you have to spend a lot of energy, spend a lot of money in worshipping, in deity worship, and in doing the lot of fire sacrifices. And then you should get pure ingredients to please the Lord. So all that is not possible in this Kali Yuga. The only thing possible in Kali Yuga is Kali Thad Hari Kirtana. Kritaya Dhyayate Vishnu, Kretayad Yajato Makai, Dwapare Paricharyayam, Kali Thad Hari Kirtana. That means what results were got by doing dhyana in Krita Yuga, that means in Satya Yuga, they used to meditate for several thousands of years on one leg, stand on one leg for several thousands years. So then you get to the place, you get to a point that you can understand the Supreme Lord, and then go back to home, go back to Godhead. And in Treta Yuga, they used to do fire sacrifices, and then in Dwapar Yuga, deity worship. So all these are not possible because they used to spend a lot of energy, lot of money and pure ingredients in those ages, which is not possible. To get pure ingredients also is not possible in this age. So in this age, simply, offenselessly, which the holy names of the Lord, it is as powerful, as potent as Lord Krishna himself. There's no difference between Lord Krishna's holy name and his potencies. So all the things are involved in his. There's one story of like how to utilize even one moment a person can utilize and then be successful. So there is a story I would like to give here of Katwang Maharaja. So Katwang was uh, there was a fight once upon a time. There was a fight between the demigods and the demons, and demigods knew powerful kings of the earth, earthly planet, and there was communication between the earthly kings and the earthly saintly Katwanga Maharaja. Then they requested Katwanga Maharaja to help in their fighting to chase away the demons, to defeat the demons. So then he said, "I'm coming." He said, "I will help you." Then he started fighting. He was a very great king, and then he used to have a lot of powers. And then he fought very well. And then demons, some were killed, and then some ran away. So are very pleased with Katpang Maharaja. So then they asked Katpang Maharaja, "We are very pleased with you. So we can give you anything. If you want anything, we can give you that as a boon." So then when Katonga Maharaja was asked, "What do you want?" Then he said, "I want salvation from this world and I want to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead." He asked that one. Then he said, the demigod said, "No, we are not able to give that to you. You can ask for any other boon." So just imagine if somebody comes and tells you that um, we can give you whatever you want. So most probably uh, we'll ask for money, we'll ask for worldly pleasures, we'll ask for to remove our miseries. So just think about this king who was a who was in a very very comfortable position, and he was even powerful than the demigods, and then he helped demigods in fighting demons and then chasing them away. So then he asked that, "You should tell me when my death will come." So he asked that question. So Katwanga Maharaja is known for this, that at the time of what to ask is this, he said, how much time, yeah, how much time is there for me to death, yeah, for my death. So then they said, "You have one muhurta, that means 24 minutes. You have only 24 minutes." Then he said, "Okay, next, please take me back to my earthly planet immediately. Immediately, you should take me back." So at once, they took them there. And by the time they came and then they dropped Katwa Maharaj, it was already 12 minutes over. So half of the Mahurta is over. So other half of the Mahurta, he sat in a in a Padmasana position, and then he started concentrating on the lotus feet of Krishna. And before the death arrived, he could focus on the lotus feet of Krishna, and then he got liberation. So imagine somebody asking for a boon, and then a boon is given to Katwanga Maharaja by demigods, powerful demigods, and Katwanga Maharaja asked the important question of when I'm going to die. So then they replied, "You have only 24 minutes." And then what he asked, "So please, can you take me back so that I can finish whatever is supposed to be done in human life. So if he left everything, he focused on the lotus feet of the Lord. So he got liberation and they went back, go back to home, back to God. So this is an important point in this verse, that what decisions we have to make on a day-to-day basis. Like when we have, several decisions to take on a day-to-day basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. So no one knows. Like Katwang Maharaja, he at least got a boon that that demigods could say what is the lifespan he had. Like we're discussing about Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj also was cursed by Brahmana boy, and then he said, in 7 days you're going to die. So these two people had, at least Parikshit Maharaj had 7 days to hear the whole Bhagavatam, and Katwang Maharaja had 24 minutes to decide what to do in the rest of the life. Devotees. So we don't have that kind of a boon or that kind of a uh, award from any powerful personalities, but we have this wonderful, wonderful association of devotees. And then we are hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam on a day-to-day basis. We are discussing the topics of Krishna. We're discussing the topics of devotees. We're discussing the topics of great personalities. And we are, more importantly, we're discussing what Prabhupada has written so painstakingly. So he's written all these literatures so painstakingly, and then each purport is a lesson for us. Each purport is a lesson for us. So we should all take the decision, like Prabhu was mentioning yesterday. So the decision what to speak, and we need to take decisions by referring to Shastra, by referring to sadhus, by approaching the senior devotees. So sometimes, as conditioned souls, we are not able to take the right decisions because, uh, as Rupa Goswami said in the nectar of instruction, anukulyasya sankalpam pratikulyena varjitam. That means we have to make an atmosphere, we have to make an environment which is good for devotional service. We may be in different walks of life. We are husbands, we are wives, we have children, we have parents, we have work, we have different responsibilities. So responsibilities are there. Responsibilities have to be done, because once you are a family man, you have to make sure that your children, your wife, your family, your parents, everybody is taken good care of, because that's how you can enter a grihastha life. Otherwise, if you're not able to maintain them, you cannot enter a grihastha life. So after entering the grihastha life, still by performing all these duties, we should not forget Krishna at any moment of life. Like Katwang Maharaja, he knew, even though although he was a king, he knew what to do at the time of death. So this is the instruction given by Srila Prabhupada, that we should not forget who we are. And then if we are given a long duration of life, if we're given a long duration of life, it is no use if you're spending the time in doing so many unnecessary things. We're just like trees. Actually, Prabhupada quotes one example. There was one patient, one businessman, actually. Then it was told that to him that you have a very short life. I mean, your days are counted, and then you don't have a long life to live, because the disease is all over your body, and then you might die anytime. Then the businessman said, "Doctor, I can give you any money. I have a lot of money. I have a business. So can you not extend my life for some years, some 2 3 years? I still have my business. I still my sons are not married. I have to transfer all the things to my sons. I have to transfer the responsibilities. I want to make sure that everything is all right to them, so they can lead a happy life. So can you add some more years to my life?" So this is like, even if doctor can give, of course doctors cannot give, but even if doctor can give another 50 years, if he is not going to utilize his life in preparing himself for the ultimate death, and then in preparation of the supreme goal. So what is the use of another 50 years? No, forget about 3 months or 5 months or 5 years. So similarly, that important goal of life have to be understood by us, all of us, and then we have to make sure that we are uh, uh, aligned towards our final goal. So although we are doing our daily duties, we are doing our responsibilities, we shouldn't forget that our final goal is to go back to home Godhead, back to Godhead. And also, see, the main aim of a human life is to make sure that the main problems of life are birth, death, and old age and disease. So most of the people are not aware that these are the main problems of life. Most people think that how will I earn more money? How will I make a better house? How will I get a better spouse? How will my children will be, having a lot of money to, prosper? How will I will not have, problems? So these are the things most of us are thinking, that money will protect us, that my possession will protect us, my family will protect us. There is a there's a beautiful song in the local language from Karnataka by a Vaishnava saint. It's it said that if millions and millions of doctors are there around you, and if a lot of relatives are also around you, they can't give you that one moment of life. In the times of distress, they can't relieve you. But if you are pleasing Krishna, if you're pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if you're pleasing Vaishnavas, so if he so desires that you can live for another few years, so he can give that grant. We are not sure what is happening in our body. So whatever eating, how it is getting digested, how it is getting transformed into blood, and then how the heart is pumping, and how the organs are functioning, we're not aware. So the point is that we have to understand the main aim of life is to make sure that we understand the problems, main problems of life. It is birth, death, and old age disease. So after this, the purport, Prabhupada goes on to say the offense of blaspheming the devotees. So blaspheming devotees is a very 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 bad offense, because that Krishna will you know will not uh, allow his devotee to be blasphemed, because that is the last thing you will want to do to Krishna, because and to Krishna's names, if you are blaspheming devotees, and then who are so dear to Krishna, who are serving Krishna, who are in his mission, if you're blaspheming them, even it is a very very tough example given by Jiva Goswami, that if anybody is blaspheming a devotee, first of all, you should not hear it. You should not hear it. If anybody is blaspheming a devotee, you should not hear it. If you are hearing there, you should be able to cut his tongue. So you should be able to cut his tongue, or you yourself commit a suicide. So these are the strong words given by Jiva Goswami. Of course, practically, we have to make sure that we are not in the association where blasphemy of devotee is going on. However, why should we blaspheme devotees when Krishna will take care of everything? Because if somebody is doing some harm to you, even if they are in the level of your level, or if they are they're senior Vaishnavas or junior Vaishnavas, whoever they may be, but if they're doing something to you, and then you're not liking it, you think that it is really genuinely problematic, so you can approach another serious devotee and then tell your problem, that I'm facing such a situation. Prabhu, how you can help me? Mataji, how you can help me in this, so that I don't want to get into a situation that I end up in blaspheming another devotee, and then my sadhana, my taste, my ruchi, all will go down because of this one character that we start blaspheming the devotee. So as conditioned souls, we have the tendency that, oh, look at him, how is he dressing? Look at him, how is he putting his tilak? Look at him, he eats more. Oh, this devotee always wants more prasadam. This devotee always stands in the queue or for the in the beginning. He comes first for the prasadam. He comes late for the classes. He comes, he is sometimes he sleeps in the class. So these are the things. The small. I mean, these are the examples I can give. But there are many, 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 many multi levels of issues that devotees sometimes discuss about other devotees, and then in this way they are blaspheming the devotees. So blaspheming the devotee is never going to be accepted by Krishna. So we have to be very, very careful in either directly or indirectly discussing and blaspheming. So it's also said that if you are thinking something about a certain devotee, and then if you want to ask something, if you should go and ask forgiveness. But I've done like this, and then I'm thinking like, but because of my nature, because of my conditioned nature, I'm doing this kind of a blasphemy. So please forgive me, please excuse me. So please also bless me that I will not commit a such a sin, that the holy name uh, will not be forgiving me for this kind of an offense. So uh, we should be very careful about this blasphemy, and then we should not indulge in uh, thinking. Thinking about other devotees' problems and other devotees' issues, and other devotees how he does this, how she does this. So this is discussed very deeply by Srila Prabhupada in this verse, that the blasphemy is not pardonable. So we should always avoid this blasphemy, and then in whatever way we can do, uh, uh, discuss good thing about others. Actually, in my Bangalore yatra, so this we had uh, started something like, when there is a class, then we asked to say something good about others, like this devotee, please talk about this devotee now. So everyone will get up that, oh, he's a very nice devotee. He comes always early to the mangalarati. He comes, he's always chanting very nicely. So we were encouraged to say good things about other people, other devotees. So this encourages that one should see good qualities in others, not the bad qualities. Just like Prabhupada mentions in his lectures, that we should be like honeybee. Honeybee, what it does, it always goes to the nectar, even if it's a lot of thorns are there, a lot of leaves are there. It can find that honey within the flower, and it can go to the center of the flower, and it can suck the small honey inside the flower and collect. We should be like that honey. We should be going for that good qualities, not like the house flies. House flies, what it does, it always goes to the dirty places. It always goes to the wounds, open sores. So these are the qualities of the housefly, which is always going to a place which is not clean, which is dirty, and which is attracted. So we have to be like a honeybee, which always tries to take the best out of, like there's another, the other bird, swan. If you give it a milk mixed with water, it can take only the milk and leave the water. So just imagine a living entity like a bird, which has the unique quality given by the Lord that it can separate milk from the water. Even we cannot do it. If you want to do it also, we don't have the technology to do take the milk out of the water. But this bird has the quality of taking the milk out of the water. So then, this another point mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in this purport is comparing the names of Lord Vishnu with the other demigods. So actually, Prabhupada quotes a verse from the Puranas that if someone is taking the names of Vishnu, comparing the names of Lord Vishnu and with even such powerful demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, he is considered a Pashandi. That means Pashandi means he's a very, very, very sinful personality. So we should know the position of Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, who are subordinates to Lord Vishnu. So Lord Brahma is, as we all know, he comes from the navel of Lord Vishnu, and then is born on the lotus flower, and then he creates after hearing after doing a lot of meditation for a long time. Then he hears a word tapa. So then after he does tapa for a long duration of life, then he gets the impetus to create. He gets the knowledge to create from the Supreme Lord. And we also know Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, he is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Vaishnavanam yata Shambho. So that means there is no Vaishnava like Lord Shiva. So he's always, if you see, Lord Shiva is always meditating. He's always, he's saying Rama, 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 Rama. So he's always, he's not bothered what is happening around. He's sitting in the graveyard. Actually, he's sitting in the graveyard. He's sitting with all these, his associates. His associates are, not, no, they're ghostly, creatures. And then he puts on the ash, the burnt ash from the graveyard, and then he sits in a place, even the place may be so, unclean, but he's chanting the holy name of the Lord always. He's chanting the holy name of the Lord always. And then when Parvati asks, what is the best thing to do? Then he says, Sri Rama Rama Rameti Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanani. That means if you take one name of Lord Ram, three names of Lord Ram, it's equivalent to chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama. So that means Vishnu Sahasranama, who can chant, who can memorize? It's not possible. It's a difficult verse to chant. Although some people I know, they also chant the Vishnu Sahasranama, but chanting the Rama's name 3 times is equal to chanting the whole Vishnu Sahasranama. And chanting Krishna's name once is equal to chanting 3 names of Lord Rama. So in our Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we have Hare Krishna and Rama. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you can imagine how many times we are chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama. So Vishnu Sahasranama is all powerful, all pure, and then it's said that many things are gotten out of it if you are chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama daily, reciting daily. But imagine you're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which contains Hare Krishna and Rama, and then chanting many times will give how much benefit we can imagine. Of course, we're not chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for some benefit or some material profit. We have to focus on the ultimate benefit, ultimate goal of life, which is getting relief from birth, death, old age, and disease, and above all, to get Krishna Prema, where a devotee will go to such a certain extent. Like yesterday, Prabhu was mentioning that gopis are, so exalted that they could even go to hellish planets. The example of Gopi Chandana he gave, that Krishna had a headache once, and then he he told Narada Muni, I want the dust, lotus dust of my devotees. Then only this headache will go. So then he came to Pandavas, he came to many, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. They said, we can't take that risk of giving our dust to put on the head of Lord Vishnu. So it's not plausible. Because then when he came to gopis, wholeheartedly, oh, is it Krishna's headache will go away if we give our dust? So then it's okay. Even if you go to hell, it doesn't matter. Krishna's headache should be gone, because that is our goal, to please Krishna. Whatever Krishna wants, we will be able to do. I mean, we are ready to do. So this is the mode of gopis. This is the mode of Radharani. So we are in the Gaura Parampara. So we are all Parama Gaudiyas, in the sense that we are coming from Radharani. So Radharani's mood is to serve in the mode of gopis. So we have to take this opportunity of very important human life, and then we have to make this successful by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, offenselessly, and then also with knowledge. We have all these literature, scriptures given by Srila Prabhupada, and then we have to utilize and then go back to God it. Hare Krishna. I think I'll stop here and take questions, comments, and corrections, if any. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you for your nice discourse. I wanted to ask you, when chanting, so sometimes it's not always convenient to have the mala. So say, for example, when I'm tidying up the house or whatever, I like to focus on chanting, but I can't take the mala because either I have a hoover or something, Is it a lot less effective, the chanting without the mala?
Mataji, you can chant without the mala also, but what is said in the scriptures and Srila Prabhupada is that whatever rounds you have actually committed to do, let's say 1 round or 2 rounds daily, that you can do on mala, without failure, that you can do on mala. But you can keep on chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in whatever activity you're doing. If you're cooking, if you're in the house, you're cutting vegetables, you're cleaning the house, you can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without a beat. You can keep on singing the Mahamantra, so without the beats also. You can even chant the Mahamantra without the beats. But whatever we have committed to do on a daily basis, that we have to do on beat, Mataji.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yes. If there are no other questions or comments, I think we can close here. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you for the wonderful class. Thanks to all the assembled devotees also for joining in. Maybe if there are no further questions, I think we can end by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra in glorification of His Grace Arya Govinda Prabhu for the wonderful class. So please let's join. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Pancha
Kalpatarubyascha
Kripasindhubhyo
Pacitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
His Grace Arya Govinda Prabhu ki
Jai.
Hare
Gaura
Thank you,
Bhaktivinoda
Prabhu.
ki jai.
Thank you,
Hey,
Prabhuji.
Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.
Mataji asked the question. I remembered I have 4 rounds to go. I have to go and finish up. I have some homework today. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. We'll meet. We'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay, Prabhuji.